Welcome to the Magnum Report. I'm your host, Mark Magnum, and today my topic is no, not at WrestleMania, and my reasons for why The Rock should not main event WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. But before I get into that, please make sure you like, subscribe, share, and also hit that notification icon so you do not miss out on new content. Now let's get into it. I've got several reasons why I feel that he should not, The Rock I should say, should not main event WrestleMania against Roman Reigns, and I'm going to get right into it right now. And I look at it, and the way I see it is, we all know Rock is not going to beat Roman for the championship as long as Roman is champion, obviously. So, I mean, there's no reason for, The Rock to beat Roman. I mean, if the title wasn't on the line, that'd be different. But with what's going on with Roman, and you look at what he did last year, and after WrestleMania, he only defended the title 2 times. Now, I'm not accounting, live events or anything like that, but on pay-per-view, premium live events, Roman only defended the title twice after WrestleMania. Yes, he wrestled on a couple premium live events. They had the tag match with Solo and Roman versus Jimmy and Jay. And he has made appearances, but he's only defended the title twice. Jay, he defended the title against at SummerSlam, and then at Crown Jewel, you had LA Knight get a shot at the title. And ever since then, Roman's title reign, like I've said in my previous podcast, has been stale since Mania. And this is one of those things that he needs to be heated up a little bit before he goes into Mania. And they're about to do something on SmackDown this coming week as of this recording, where it's going to be a triple threat, where it's going to be LA Knight, Randy Orton, and AJ Styles, and whoever wins that match is going to the Rumble to face Roman Reigns. So we've got a big match potentially going into Royal Rumble, heading into the WrestleMania season like we all love. So that's a good thing there. But a lot of people are saying that, it has to be at WrestleMania. Roman Rock has to be at WrestleMania. And and this goes into my next point, if Rock is gonna lose, or if he does lose at WrestleMania to Roman, my God, I mean, that's just going to be another year of people being disappointed, and another year of Roman winning at WrestleMania. And it's just, I mean, after last year, especially with Cody losing, and a lot of us were just big on thinking, all right, this is Cody's year, the way he came back, he won the Rumble, all the stuff that he did with his torn pec at Hell in a Cell the year before, where he fought back to get to where he was at, and then for him to lose at WrestleMania 39 last year, I hate to still say that he should have won, but he didn't. And here we are now, coming into WrestleMania 40, still talking about whether Cody is going to be the one getting this main event slot. And into my next point, let Cody finish his damn story. WrestleMania should be his night. It shouldn't be one of these things where we're going to sit there and put Rock in that spot, because we also have other main events as well that they're going to have to put on for WrestleMania. So I don't think The Rock needs that, I don't think he necessarily needs it. And for me, I think that there's a perfect spot for this match between Rock and Roman, and I believe it's at Elimination Chamber. That's where I think it should be at. And I mean, people are, that's not a main show, that's not WrestleMania. I get that, but this Elimination Chamber is going to be in Perth, Australia. And they've already sold around 45,000 tickets already to an arena that holds 60. Now, you're telling me that if in the next month or so, if they're still, maybe they've only got 50,000 sold or 55,000 sold, you're telling me that if they announce Rock versus Roman at Elimination Chamber in Australia, I mean, there's already rumors out there that the Australian government or whatever wants Rock to be at that show. So, I mean, there's a little bit of smoke to this fire. There's a little bit of something there that this could possibly happen. But everybody's so hell-bent on that has to be at Mania. It has to be at Mania. It has to be at Mania. I don't necessarily think it has to be. I think it can be somewhere else. Make some of these other pay-per-views, I mean, they don't have to be on par with WrestleMania, but you shouldn't, I don't want to say every pay-per-view, or a lot of them shouldn't be known as B pay-per-views. But can you make some of these where we actually give a damn more than just SummerSlam, Rumble, and Mania? I mean, can we have some of these pay-per-views where they actually mean more than what they have for the last almost decade when Vince was running the show. Now that Triple H is running the show, I have a whole lot more faith in what they're going to do going forward. But still, it gives me a little cause for pause because Triple H did learn from Vince, so he might try to slide The Rock in at Mania, and I'm sure, TKO and, the UFC Endeavor, whatever, I'm sure they would love to have The Rock at WrestleMania, and on some level it does make sense. That's not to say you can't have The Rock at WrestleMania, but does he need to main event it? I mean, and which would go into my next point, and that is, can The Rock actually do a WrestleMania main event match? I mean, I just watched him last night as of this recording on Raw, and what he did with Jinder Mahal, and just a rock bottom, just a spine buster and a people's elbow. And Rock looked a little bit blown up. I mean, granted, he hasn't done this for a while, and this just gives more credence to what I'm saying. Yes, he looks like $1 million, but there's a difference between looking in shape and physically, looking the way Rock does, being cock diesel and all, how big he looks. Yes, I get that. But there's a difference. Does he have the cardio? It's one thing to get up early in the morning like The Rock does and clang and bang like he claims and all, which he does. I'm not going to say it like he doesn't do that, but like he does. And yes, he is physically in peak, condition. But is he in ring shape? Does he have his ring legs? Can he actually put on? Because if you're going in there against Roman Reigns, I guarantee you're going in there for 20, 25, 30 minutes worth of a match. You're not going in there. It's not going to be a Goldberg special where it's going to be in 5 minutes or less. So, I mean, if The Rock, even in Perth, he's going to have to give a hell of an effort if they do this at Elimination Chamber. But if he's doing a main event WrestleMania match against Roman Reigns, when we all know Roman doesn't do any matches less than 25 minutes. So, can The Rock make it through an entire match, especially at that caliber, against a guy, and especially as much as this is going to mean to The Rock, to Roman, to their family, to their lineage? I mean, this is an important match. I get that. And I understand why a lot of people are screaming for him, to face Roman at WrestleMania. But I don't think The Rock's, obviously he doesn't have too many more matches left in him. He's Hollywood. He's not really, his wrestling's not his main concern anymore. But I don't feel like if he goes in there at WrestleMania, not to say he won't deliver, but there might be some things that we see that it's like, maybe it should have been Cody. And then into my last point about all this, we don't need Roman main eventing both nights. I'm on the internet, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on it all, and I look and I see a lot of fans in the internet wrestling community, IWC, and they're all, well, maybe we can have Roman versus Rock at the first night of Mania, and then Cody. No, shut that shit down now. No, we're not, no. It's bad enough that Roman has spanned the last 4-5 years worth of WrestleMania's main eventing. I damn sure do not want to see his ass main eventing 2 nights in a row. That's pushing somebody else out, the ladies out, CM Punk out, or, Roman Reigns. Not Roman Reigns, but Seth Rollins. That's pushing him out because he's the heavyweight champion, and I'm assuming he'll probably be the heavyweight champion rolling into Mania. So there's another match you're pushing to the back burner just to keep fueling this Roman Reigns storyline, which a lot of us are getting tired of. And I love Roman. I'm not one of these guys that hates on Roman or hates the reign. I wasn't the biggest on him winning at WrestleMania last year, and especially with the follow-up and some of the matches he's had since. Cody's been kind of, I don't want to say rudderless, because he's had stuff going on with the Judgment Day and stuff like that. Now he's got Nakamura, but he hasn't had the main focus like I thought he would have at this point of him being back in the company. Yes, he had the tag titles with Jay, and that was cool, and it was a shocking moment because I didn't, at that night at that show, I did not see those guys win in that match. I figured Judgment Day would somehow pull that one out, but they didn't, and they did that with Cody and Jay, and that's great, and I love that they did it, and it gives, Cody another accolade, Jay another accolade without his brother, and that's cool, that's great. But when I look at what Cody's done since losing at WrestleMania to Roman, he's had a feud with Dominic Mysterio. He's had a good, decent feud that we never did get the reasoning for with Brock Lesnar, which was a good 3-match trilogy, but we still never to this day know why Brock did what he did. We don't know if it was Heyman related or what. They never even tried to attempt to explain what the hell Brock Lesnar's problem was. So there's that. And like I said, you had the stuff with Judgment Day, and now he's with Nakamura, to where he's had stuff going on. But for a guy that is as popular as Cody Rose, for him to not have, for me, anything really significant going on is just blasphemy to me. And it's just crazy to me to think that we're almost 2 years in on Cody's return. It would be at this year's WrestleMania. It'd be 2 years, and he was hot when he first came in. Then he got injured. He was hot when he came back. He was smoking hot at WrestleMania last year, and he's still hot, but it's kind of just like LA Knight. He's cooled off a little bit. The fans are still behind Cody. They're still chanting, and they're still whoa, and when his music and all that. Yeah, but I think he lost a little steam. But what would make sense for me is to have this match between Rock and Roman at Elimination Chamber. Because like I said, all this stuff that Roman's been doing since Mania has really been insequential. It's been unsequential. It's not nothing that's been that damn important to the show because he's hardly been on it. But you think, if whoever he faces at Royal Rumble, Roman will probably obviously beat, whether it's Randy, whether it's LA Knight, whether it's AJ Styles. They're laying down and looking up at the ring lights for Roman that night. And that would lead right in to Elimination Chamber in February, to where, you look at all the people that Roman has beaten, the Daniel Bryans, the Edges, the Brock Lesnars, all these people that he has destroyed and beaten, and at some point, yeah, they've got the bloodline involved, and he's cheated. He's beat his own family members, and all that throughout all this time that Roman has been champion. Logan Paul, he's beaten, all these guys, and I'm not going to keep going through the list, but he's beaten a lot of people. But there's that one person that we've all, this entire time when he's been calling himself the head of the table, we've all just been kind of like, yeah, you're the head of the table until he comes back. And now that The Rock has been making more appearances in WWE, we've all been thinking, yeah, you're the head of the table, but we all know The Rock makes more money than you. He's more popular than you. He accomplished just as much as you, other than the long ass title reign. So, and we all know Rock is the golden one. Rock was the blue chipper. And for that storyline to come full circle and have it to where Roman beats him right before he defends the title at Mania against Cody, to where it just seems like Roman's at even a higher level than he was before, to where he's been saying for the last year or two that he's in God mode. This would put him beyond that, in my opinion, because for the longest he's been saying he's the tribal chief. But if he beats The Rock for the title, come on. He can't get any higher, and that would just give him all the steam that he had lost at the end of in the middle and end of last year, and it would heat Roman right back up. It would make him believable, viable. Not that he's not believable, but we've kind of all just kind of lost a little bit of interest in what's going on with the bloodline and all that stuff. It's not as compelling as it was this time last year when Sammy had just left or was about to leave the bloodline. It was a whole lot more compelling then than it is right now. But to make it interesting, have Roman beat AJ or LA or Randy at Royal Rumble, and then all of a sudden The Rock appears a week or so after and lays down the gauntlet and says, hey man, you've been saying for these last several years you're the tribal chief. Well, I think you know who the real tribal chief is, but let's settle this. And they have this match. It does not have to be at WrestleMania. It does not. People keep thinking that it has to be because WrestleMania is the big show. Can we make some of these other shows just as important? Not as important as WrestleMania, but can we at least raise their stock a little bit? But anyway, you guys let me know what you guys think out there. Comment in the comments. Do you think that they should have this match at WrestleMania between Roman Reigns and The Rock? Or can it be at Elimination Chamber? Can it be somewhere else other than at the grandest show of them all, where everybody thinks this is where it has to end? Or do you feel like me, where they can put it somewhere else, where it doesn't have to be the main thing, or because we all know The Rock's not winning. He's a part-timer. He's coming in, he's going to make his bag, and he's going to get out. So let me know in the comments what you think. But before I get off, bro, I would also like to ask you to subscribe to my other channel, and that is the Mark and the Fan Wrestling Podcast, where me and my boy, the Cisco Kid, we talk about all things wrestling from back in the day to present day. We talk about it all. We're about to start up season 2 here in the next week or two, so wait for that stuff to drop. But in the meantime, subscribe to that channel, and you can check out the episodes we've done previously. And also, please subscribe to this channel. I'm almost at my goal that I had set for the end of last year. I'm getting there. I'm close. So just show me that support. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Share this video if you want to. I don't care. Share this with all your friends that like wrestling just like we all do. And also make sure you hit that notification icon so you do not miss out on further content. This has been another edition of the Magnum Report. Thank you for watching.